Next week, we'll be discussing Sancho the Bailiff. Tom, how was your watch?
It was good. Thanks. I This is my first Mizoguchi. I wanted to watch a Japanese inspiration for Kurosawa because we've seen every Kurosawa movie. I wanted to go back further and see what he was watching that inspired him. And this is listed as one of those great films. And I really liked it. It is a very obviously heartbreaking, very sad movie. I think the thing that I was most surprised was by the camera movement and the way the different people were moving as the camera was moving with them. It looked really gorgeous. I mean, the camera stuff is quite incredible. I think that was the biggest thing I took away from it, besides the plot and what have you, was just how intricate the movement of the people and the camera itself was. And I guess maybe the other thing was learning about the history of actually this story that this is based on, how kind of like fun kind of oral tradition stuff is, and where this story came from and how it evolved was also cool. Though that's extra textual. That has nothing necessarily to do with the film itself. Pat, how was your viewing?
So I knew absolutely nothing about this movie when I sort of signed up for it. I just saw the year and went, that looks like a good film. I didn't even know it was in Japanese when I signed up for it. So I did not know what I was getting myself in for. And I watched it very early this morning at 5 a.m. So it's quite a movie to wake up and watch. Makes for a great day.
Did you go back to sleep?
No, I did not. The boys were up before I could go back to sleep. But anyway, it's a very beautiful film. I was stuck because I was sort of looking at it even from like a historical perspective, because what interested me is that, because originally I thought, at least the way it opened, I thought it was sort of gonna be the golden days of feudal Japan, and this sort of, and they were going to sort of have some sort of like a peasants revolt, something like that. I thought that's what I was kind of gearing myself up for, which is very much not what it is. So it interested me from a historical perspective that this movie was made relatively shortly after World War II, and kind of trying to see how that would have affected the filmmaking. And it's a striking film to be made at any time, but particularly in that period of Japanese history. But it's a fantastic film. Very, as Tom said, it's very moving. It's a powerful film. KJ, what'd you think?
I enjoyed it. I watched this on my phone like I often do. And I just wanted to defend that a little bit because I've gotten some snarky comments from some of the guests about this. The phone watching experience is pretty wonderful for those who haven't done it. Get yourself a good set of headphones, put on do not disturb. So now the second screen that usually distracts you from movies is the movie. So there's nothing to distract you. And honestly, your phone is probably one of the best screens you have in the house. I digress. I had seen another Mizoguchi film before this one and hadn't realized it. So I was a little familiar with the director, but here's my advice, audience. And this also kind of goes against the grain of thinking usually. My recommendation is to read the plot summary before you watch it. I think this movie was much more enjoyable on my second watch when I knew what was coming, kind of like a play or something in the theater. It's more about seeing the events unfold than any kind of twists or turns in the movie. So that's I dare you, audience, to go know the plot before you watch this. How about you, Nick?
Complete opposite experience to you, KJ. I just treated myself to an obnoxiously large TV. And you know what? It really brings out the 1954 qualities when you watch a foreign film on a 77-inch OLED. So definitely, I'd recommend it. This movie, I enjoyed the story, but boy, is it a slow burn. I did not follow KJ's recommendation and read the plot summary before I started the film. So I was along for the ride. I did enjoy it, but it took a while for us to get there. And that's all I'll say now. I'll save the rest for the episode.